not expected.
Okay, I'll leave.
Oh, that was surprising. Huh. No, how can I make you all not able to talk on this channel? Um, maybe this? Hmm. You know where? No, it's my stage. No one else can talk. This is funny. All right. Oh, it worked. Yes, I blocked. Ah. All right. Well, let's give a couple more minutes until everyone comes in and joins and to hear my beautiful voice. I'm just kidding. All of a sudden, everybody's leaving. I'm just kidding. Sorry, come back. Well, it is an update. There are like a lot of like important things are planned to happen within the next couple of months before this year's over, and I just want to kind of give you an update on how those things, what are going to happen, and also like how things are going to kind of change. And like I'm pretty sure everybody has like a very daring question on like multi-accounting, blah blah blah. So I'm ready to answer your questions, and but I want to make sure that we have allocate a good amount of time for each of those topics that I've just mentioned. So like let's make sure that we don't run over with other topics. So we get to talk about all different topics. Good. Awesome. Yeah, nobody said yes, but it's that's what's gonna happen. Alrighty. So why don't we start off with something, some like a new update stuff? Maybe that would be better. So that maybe we can have like towards the end we can have more like FAQ style, AMA style. But first, I would like to give you some updates and what's gonna happen, and from there on we can move on. So whoa, perfect timing. It's 9 o'clock right now. So, as I mentioned early in the announcement, there are a few things that I would like to mention. First one is about the grand finale that you've already seen on the community channel. I've uploaded another document asking you guys about like how the new grand finale is going to unfold, and there were like A, B, you know what I'm talking about. Like there was A, there was like battle option A, battle option B, and like reward option A and reward option B. And thank you guys. Like you guys have left amazing feedbacks. There were very helpful in understanding what you guys have in mind regarding the grand finale. So that really helped us to understand. But it was very interesting because you guys like all left your like comments and everything below, but at the same time nobody really voted on like emojis. Like I voted for every four options, so like you have to count one from all the numbers, and like literally the best option you guys have picked got like 15 votes or something like that. And then like all the comments down below, there are like 200 comments, and then everybody's like, I want to give comments, but I don't want to leave any votes. I don't want to cast any votes. I was like, what is going on? Anyone has thoughts on that? I was like, this is very interesting. People are very ardent about talking about it, and then they don't vote on it. I'm like, why? That was pretty interesting to see. Mm-hmm. Really? Maybe the actual voting process was not clear. People prefer to express themselves. I mean, yeah, but you could have just picking an icon can be hard, really. All right. Fair, good, fine, okay, understand. Anyways, that was not the point. So, something that I wanted to talk about was like, so we did gather all your information that we have literally read. Myself and Cheo, we actually went through all the comments that you guys have left on the channel, and then we did came up with some revisions. And for this time, for the first time ever in Nine Chronicles history, I don't want to. I don't know if I want to use that big grandiose vocabulary, but first time ever, we're going to actually do a real community voting. Like we have done some community voting. I can't even talk. We did some voting on Discord, but that was like with emojis. It wasn't really real. You know what I mean? Yeah, DAO style. So we're actually going to implement that system this time, and your vote will be weighted according to how much WNCG or NCG you have on your wallet. So, I mean, I'm just, giving you a very basic, simple, summarized version of it. Obviously, I'm going to be posting a very detailed version of like how your votes are going to be weighted, how your WNCG or NCGs are going to be weighted. So, I mean, don't take me 100% on this one, but I'm just giving you a very simplified version. So, your votes are going to be weighted with how much money you have on your account. So, that's pretty much the DAO style. And yeah, I think we are going to do that probably the coming week. Um, what I have on my calendar is we're gonna start voting on Wednesday, and the vote's gonna last about a week. And from that point on, that's going to be the final. There are going to be two different options. There's going to be a plan A and plan B. You can choose whichever option you prefer. And obviously, you guys all know how the voting works. You know, one with the most vote will be how our grand finale is going to be. So, wait out for just give me a little more time. I still need to kind of refresh it up on that. Like I need to go over every single details on it. So, get me posted. I'll keep you posted. Like it's coming up soon and very soon. And yeah, so it looks pretty good. Um, if I remember correctly, I think option A was 16 people joining and option B was 100 people joining. And literally, we kind of bumped up the reward pool, so it's a good money. I saw it. I mean, I went over it about an hour or two ago, and the reward was pretty good. So you can count on it. I'm saying this all the time. I feel like I'm saying this all the time, but it's pretty good. Whales are the biggest animals, so it makes sense for their vote to be heavy. That's funny. I prefer elephant, but that doesn't mean anything. So, do you guys have any questions? I know I just gave you very vague or just super like simplified version of what's going to happen with grand finale and the voting process. If you have any questions, shoot it out. And as usual, if I'm talking too fast, let me know. I can slow down. For people who just joined and don't have an idea of what I'm talking about, we were just talking about the voting. Uh the grand finale is going to be on the community vote, and there are going to be like different options how we're gonna do grand finale, which is the year-end final version of the arena. And yep, you're going to be voting, and the amount of NCG will decide how much voting power you have. So that's pretty much what it. Uh, yep, the Antarctic blue whale Latin is the biggest animal on the planet, weighing up to 1,400. Wow, that's a lot. 33 elephants. Okay, fine. So the grand finale just for the top 10 players. No, it has not been decided. As I said, um, It's either going to be option A or option B. I don't want to say exact numbers right now because I don't remember it correctly and I don't want to give you the wrong answer. But there are going to be two different options that you can choose from, either A or from B. You'll be voting on them, and by voting, like whichever option gets the most vote will how the grand finale is going to be. So we don't know how many people are going to be able to participate the grand finale as of now until the vote is all done. Like we won't know. Do you have one of those Antarctic blue whale? No, I don't think so. Or cats. Remember, cats, not whales. Any other questions on voting or how it's going to be? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I think you need like 30,000 cats to make up one whale, probably. Yep, yep. Just in case like people don't know where I'm reading all these comments from, please visit the community forum channel, and that's where we're talking. So, yep. I'm seeing some people typing. I'm guessing those are questions, not about whales. So, okay. Will the voting be based on staking level or NCG staked amount? It's a combination. So the voting power, it's decided by the combination of different factors. It includes um I mean, it's going to be announced pretty soon, either tomorrow or as late as Saturday. I don't exactly remember the exact categories of it. I think it was um the amount of NCG you have staked, WNCG you staked, and maybe the NFT, I think. I am trying to be on the safe side, but there those are like different factors. They add up, multiply by different, multiplicator, and then, it adds up, and how from there on how what happens. There's one that Swim mentioned to connect your wallet and have the NFT net visitor. Yeah, pretty much. OMS. Yep, yep, that's what it is. Mhm. Yeah, I think I'm going to be posting that probably sometime tomorrow. So you'll have a better outlook on that. And then, yep, you will be connecting your MetaMask or either your wallet or, oh, you're connecting your wallet to MetaMask and blah, blah, blah. There will be a detailed instruction on it. And yep. Any other questions on voting? Or you have thoughts, any opinions on it? Blah, blah, blah. Okey dokes. NCG power gets lower the more you have. Not this time. For this time, since yeah, that's something that I also wanted to mention. Since this is the first community vote that we're doing actually outside of Discord, like actually with a legit platform and all that stuff, we're kind of trying to do an experiment here, and then we're trying to see how different factors would play. Therefore, we're not really diminishing or increasing the NCG power according to the amount you own. So it's pretty much going to be 1 to 1. Um, but there is a different multiplier for different, like, like for example, one NCG should not have equal power to one DCC NFT, right? Because NFT was at least 999 NCG. So like obviously there are going to be a different multiplicator for different categories. So those will be revealed tomorrow, and you'll know whenever. I'm seeing JC's typing, so maybe he might give us the answer. Yeah, yep. Pretty much. Pretty much like literally the same thing what I just said. Yeah. You'll have a better understanding once we have post the announcements tomorrow or the following day. Yep. I'm not sure if this is a dumb question, but no, there is not a dumb question unless you're talking about the blue whale. What about people who have lots of NCG but were bad boys? Hmm. They'll be excluded from having influence or voting. What do you mean by word bad? What do you mean by them being bad boys? Like promiscuous or what? So someone if I'm really not sure what you're talking about. People who did that bad stuff. What bad stuff? So someone with 50K staking has the voting power of 10 players with 5K or with 100 with 500K. That literally depends on the math equation that we will be revealing soon. So, um, but I think it's going like I'm talking about what Wapsit just mentioned. Pretty much it's going to be the same thing, like 50K and like 10 people with 5K, that's like still 50K. So I think that's the same thing, but you cannot why would you do multi-account? Like why would you separate those into different accounts? You know? That's how that works. Yay. Whatever that has more of it. Yeah. Hey, holding more NCG mean you care about the project more, so it's fair. Yeah, that is fair. I think, um, yeah, along the way, somewhere in the discussion channel, I think that I have once said that we also need, I think it was where somebody asked me, like, um, why are we giving more advantage to people who staked more or something like it was somewhere along that line. And I literally said, like, um, people who actually invest more in the game should have more like should be more acknowledged, right? Because that's how much they're act by their investing their money into our game, showing that how much they care about their game. So I mean, I think it would be fair if we give them a little more credit, no? I That's how I think. Mm, sure, sure. Yeah, exactly what JC's. 100 people who have 500 NCG has same power as one person who has 500, no, 50,000 NCG. Yep. Well, that's how we are going to be executing this community voting, but from now on, like we don't know how the math equation is going to be changed. So let's just see how this rolls out, and then if we are seeing like a huge problem with it, like obviously we're gonna fix it. Who's gonna be happy about the first example, like first trial? Nobody succeeds at first trial, so oh, not sure. We'll see. That is actually a good question. I think there is if you're like banned from your portal, like you cannot there should be a way to do that. Not exactly sure. Hmm. Mm, yep. Okay, just curious if people are using voting power to swing things their way. True, I agree on that. Hmm. Yeah, but what Theo said, that's really hard to verify. Like somehow if we can take out like people who got banned on from the portal, but at the same time, we haven't banned like 100%. So it's really going to, that's a very good question, but at the same time, it's really hard to answer that question. Hmm. And in the one ETH address to another ETH address, and boom. True. Hmm. Time to buy more NFTs. Yeah, guys, do buy some more NFTs. Something. Yeah, it is. It is something to think about. Yes, that's for sure. Time to create a well council to decide the fate of this game. Oh, Wops is driving this somewhere else. All right. It's okay, guys. I can just ban him. I'm just kidding. Uh, right. If you guys don't have any questions or comments on this topic, we can move on to the next one, which is, let me just go all the way to the top and see what it was about. I think it was about the arena, right? It is. Or second, yeah, upcoming seasons. We didn't talk about that. Well, upcoming seasons. Okay, back to the chat. GG, what you want? He would have no context and he'd be like, why'd you ping me? I mean, you guys can all gather up against him and, vote against him. Like, that's the power of, the people, the public. I'm using all these political jargons, but no, I shouldn't do that. So, can we move on? Or do you guys still want to talk about this? I'm gonna move on. Yeah, that's what you think. All right. So, I just want to give you a little bit of heads up regarding next arena seasons after I want to say championship 2. There definitely will going to be some changes to the arena seasons. We kind of do think current arena seasons are kind of a little too short for us to handle. We might elongate seasons or do the off seasons a little longer. So, um, a few months ago, we have announced that we're going to have about 12 regular seasons throughout the year. We might chop down those to like 8-ish, so we can fit all the championships and grand finale throughout the year, make it a little more even and see how that works. So there will be some changes to the timeline of the arena throughout the year, and I am probably thinking that's going to happen probably about after season championship 2. And also, this is something that I really don't like to talk about. You know what's coming. Um, about the tickets, yes, we did hear you. And thanks for the CST team to doing the survey on um the sentiment or how people felt about arena season and the first championship. Yes, we did receive that information and we did look at the numbers and all the comments. And thank you everybody for, sending us what you're thinking and all that. Um and therefore we're going to be making some changes and we're improving, like we're actually improving different things like how the tickets are going to play out and all that stuff. So, um, after the change has been deployed to the arena, I hope it's a little better. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but things are going to be a little different from now. And we did hear your voice, and we're going to make some changes to the arena. So, mhm. Very political speech. Didn't hear a single reduce overall cost. Are you talking at me? Reduce overall cost of what? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Anyways, so back to what I was talking about. Tickets, obviously, we did feel the same. Like, apparently, tickets are actually pushing everybody to fight towards the very end of each arena season. So, um, uh, Mm, we like will have 8 seasons to left. Oh, or I don't know. Reduce overall cost. No, it's not about reducing costs. Like honestly, having like if I don't know if that's what you're talking about, like having less arena does not mean that we want to spend less in CG or giving you guys back, you know, it's not like that. So that's totally not what it is. So I don't know. Maybe he'll clarify for us. But, having less, as you guys probably all know, like having less arena seasons doesn't mean that the overall like reward pool is going to be smaller or anything. Like we're gonna come up with another like legitimate number or some other numbers that would make you guys happy. So obviously that's not the case. But the reason why we're kind of like delaying and elongating all the arena seasons are because, like the with the season that with the time schedule that we have right now, we're really having hard time to have like different open windows for like updates or other things that other changes that we're trying to apply to the game, and therefore we need some breeding spot per se so we can freely update and make alterations to the game, like for example world boss we're having some issues, but with the current schedule it's really hard for us to find any open window for any amendment and stuff like that. And therefore, it's better for us to, do a better, timely, a little more elongated season. And like for example, do you remember when we had like only 1 week of arena season? That was a catastrophe. Everybody like bought a ticket towards the very end, and then we couldn't even like distinguish who was on the top and who was on the bottom. Like pretty much it was a mayhem because like it was really short. Like we really unless you bought tickets, there was like no, um, different, things and things like that. So, hmm. Anyways, just give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's next? Yep, not enough separation rate. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we do want to give you enough time and all that. So why don't you open up the numbers? It's all on the blockchain after all. If it is all on the blockchain, why do we have to show all the numbers? It's already out there, isn't it? Finding the format would be great for the community since you can prove yourselves that devs are being honest, average, and should and I don't know. I don't get it. Honestly, like, what is this for? Oh, anybody? Anybody else? Like, I mean, that's pretty much the update on how we're going to do this and that on the arena season. I think I'm already overrunning because it's already 9:30. Uh, no, I haven't gone to the Halloween event yet. Oh, really? Everybody's really excited for the Halloween. Unfortunately, this year we're not doing any special events on the game. Ta-da! I dropped it. So we're not really doing any special events on the game, but we're definitely doing an event. Like I posted on the Twitter today, like we are having another crappy drawing event. I really am hoping to see amazing artwork of yours. And our rewards are pretty good this time and they're pretty big. And then if you become the first place, we're going to actually change our Twitter profile pic into your drawing. So yeah, totally. Well, no, we do have like a theme. Like you're supposed to draw Terry the Teratoma in like Halloween stuff. So About the drawing event, can we join your fate first? About the drawing event, can we join? Yeah, why not? Yeah, you can totally join. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. No, 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 totally join. Like we and in fact, on the other hand, I actually want you guys to encourage other people to join at the same time. Like we definitely want to see a lot of like different, different art style and different, amazing pictures and all that stuff. So, yep, that's what we would like to see. And that's the 2 year anniversary and Halloween event. Yeah, exactly. And also, I want to give you guys head up, like as this was mentioned during the conversation, we're planning on revising the contents creative program in coming November, and it's going to be quite different. It's going to be I want to say more strategic and more structured. So, yep, totally. It's coming. Content creator program is so much better now. Like, we have seen some contents that aren't really that. Nah, I don't want to say this. I don't want to drop the bomb, but yeah. So, the Content Creator program is going through a revision right now. We're actually reviewing internally, and we're gonna announce it probably November, and it's going to be in effect probably in December. So that's what it's going to happen. The reward should be Casey, draw your cat wish. If you that would be fun. We could think of something like that. Yeah, sure. World Boss coming back. That is a good question. Right now, which season are we in? This is season 8, right? I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, we're doing World Boss after season 8. So, because there wasn't the break between 7 and 8, right? We didn't have the World Boss last week, right? This was season 8, and I told you already during somewhere in the announcement that we're skipping one. So I think World Boss is coming back after the season 8, and then we're gonna have 1 week of World Boss and off season at the same time. They're happening consecutively, and then after that, it's going to be Championship 2, I think. Am I no Championship 2, right? I think that is correct. All right. Any other comments, questions? Because there were some questions or comments that I wanted to go over. Um, if you scroll all the way to the top, there were some questions that people have left, and there were some questions that I would like to answer. Um, give me 1 second. Let me go all the way to the top. So, I'm like using two different screens because I cannot open two different windows on Nine Chronicles. I mean, Discord. Choop, 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 choop. I mean, meanwhile, you can totally throw questions at me. That's totally fine. Yes, but yeah, that I will get to it. But I want to give some extra time to that. So maybe let me get small ones out of the way, and then like totally, yeah. I was gonna go to the multi-counting, but I want to give it some time. So let's just get the smaller ones out of the way first. Okay, we did have some problem with the event channel not being able to it's not seeing on some other people. I did adjust some authorities and permissions to see channels. Maybe that was the issue. I don't know. Somehow people didn't get to see that we're doing the AMA today, but I think it's fixed now. Everybody did get to see what's there. All right. Uh there was a question on Okay, there are two topics that I wanted to talk about. First one is the crystals, trading crystals, and the other one was multi-accounting. There are kind related, but not related at the same time. Those are two big things that I really wanted to talk about during the call tonight. Um, any other questions or any other things that you want to talk about before we move on to those two subjects? Any? Alright. I guess there are not really much questions about it. So, which one should we start? I think I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about the crystals first. This question was, what is it? Nice, see, no more working. The onboarding portal also has the results. So the first question or topic that somebody, Yarikin, thanks, um, has shared us with is, he asked, "What's the Nine Chronicles point of view on crystal trading?" Um, I have seen a lot of conversation going on regarding the free trading crystal between people, and um, something that I want to make clear is I really don't recommend you guys participating in activities, especially regarding currencies or NCGs or crystal. I really highly recommend you guys not doing any of those activities. Something that is not allowed from the vanilla mod is not really recommended to begin with, because honestly, like, we can't help you out. If you guys do have problems with it, we cannot help you out in any way, because that didn't happen on our nine or something that I care of, right? So that's my first point of view. Like, try not. I really highly don't. I'm not saying don't do it. Like, if you must do it, do it. But I cannot really do anything about it. Like, I really highly don't recommend you doing any of those. Yeah, exactly. First, I just want to make that clear, because yeah. And also, I mean, OMS is here. So, I mean, I'm not trying to finger point at anybody, but we are not super content about free trading of crystals, because whenever crystal was sent, I mean, the bonus crystal was sent out to the people, we didn't meant it to be um like tradable. We meant did not meant it to be tradable, and therefore make extra income for yourself. Like, that was not our original idea. We do understand that there were some unseen points that we have kind of missed out, but originally our intention was not to earn extra income from trading crystals or anything like that. So, uh, um, we do think crystals are very important currency for the game. We do understand that, and then we do understand it, that we do need crystal and NCG at the same time for our economy to be sustainable. How And also we do agree that, under certain circumstances, like if trading crystal is very crucial, and under a certain level of supervision, we do agree that crystal trading is okay. But um as a Nine Chronicles of protocol right now does not recommend you doing it. And then we would like to say that we don't have sets of rules or regulations for us to allow crystal trading among users at the moment. And therefore, unless we do have certain ways to regulate the circulation of crystal, we're not okaying the trade of crystals. Am I making sense? I mean, we're not disallowing because it's technically possible, but that doesn't mean I recommend you doing and we're happy about you guys doing it. It is technically, in short, don't really do it, but it's out there. It cannot be undone, but we're definitely not taking any responsibility. Like as Wazy Bear said, like we're not taking any responsibility for what's happening after crystal trading or whatsoever. But our vanilla mod doesn't allow it, or we don't have that function on our vanilla mode, and therefore I'm highly not recommending you guys doing it. That's it. Literally, technically possible, but it's not supported from the vanilla mod, and therefore we're not recommending you guys doing it. So I think that is a very clear answer. It is technically possible, but we don't support that function on vanilla mode. So I highly don't recommend you doing it because we're not responsible for any activities related to crystal trading. Yeah, bots can do it. They don't care. If they have trouble with it, I'm not responsible. I'm not helping you guys. Period. Yeah, I think that is pretty fair. Like, I'm not gonna lie. OMS is here, and we all know that you're able to do that on Pandora mod, but it's not supported from vanilla mod, which is the original like Chronicles that our team services. Like we're not um recommending you guys do it, and that's it. It's all your choice. It's pretty much like how stock market is. Like I cannot tell you like on which stock you should buy. It's like your responsibility. That's my point of view. That's it. Yeah, we're aware. We're very aware of that. And that's exactly why I'm telling you right now. hmm I mean, every game, everything has a gray area, right? But I'm here to tell you, like this is one last time I'm gonna say this. It is technically possible, like mark my words, it's technically possible to trade crystals among players. But since it is not supported from the vanilla mod 9 Chronicles, I or my team, Planetarium, do not really recommend you guys doing it. Loud and clear, and that's it, right? Um, my personal, Yo's personal point of view, I, I, I don't like it. Yeah, it's everything is pretty much possible on blockchain, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're allowing you to do everything that's out there. It's pretty I think how I feel like it is like you can literally go out and do whatever you want out there, but you're living in a certain country. And if your country bans you from doing something, it's very natural that you don't do that, right? Am I wrong? And I mean, for me, like all the blockchain thing is like so confusing. So that's how I kind of put it into perspective. Like literally, you're more than welcome. You're on your own. Like you can go out rob banks. You can go out, do stupid stuff out in the street, but you're allowed. Like you're technically okay to do those things, but you're living in a certain country. For example, like some people would be living in the U.S. and then it's prohibited by the law, and then that's pretty much it, isn't it? That's how I like to put it to perspective. I don't know. It's my perspective. So if anything sounds weird, let me know. No, not really. I mean, if you're so smart about it, why don't you come up with some, suggestions? That would be awesome. Okay, so I think I'm very well understood and I did make some clear points. Right. So can we move on to something else, like something really, really, really very something that I kind of want to run away from, which is the multi-accounting. I know. Multi-accounting now. Oh, okay. I mean, before I do say something about multi-accounting, like I want to hear from you guys' perspective. Like, after when JC sent out like a super long message, what were your like most daring questions? Like, no, it's gonna be a little different. Whoops. Can I can I like mute you for like 6 hours or something like that? We went over this so many times, and now you're saying it is technically. Yeah, I no, like multi accounting and crystal trading for me is very, very, very different. Ooh, guys, JC's typing, so. We have a very clear position about it. It is technically possible to break the chain, but you'll be banned. Exactly loud. Yes, no. Can I sabotage network by sending one? Really? You really want to do that? Why? I mean, if you do that, that's going against so many things. Like, you're already intentionally attacking the system. So I have full right to ban you because you literally said you're sabotaging that work. That's already attacking us, so I can ban you. Simple as that. Now, so what happens to the accounts open pre-announcement because they weren't against the rules back then? No, multi-accounting was pretty much never allowed. Well, I know why you guys keep saying that it is technically allowed. Well, yeah, I think there was some sort of misunderstanding at the same time. But um Nine Chronicle, the invitation code was meant to be issued for like one invitation code was meant to be issued per person, as in like one yoho, like one human being should have one invitation code. And bots, they're not humans. Like for me, definition of bot is like you're not behind the screen. I mean, you are behind the screen. Obviously, you're behind the screen, but you know what I mean? You're not real person. Like you're there to just exploit the system and all that stuff. So that's exactly what happened when mining was. Mhm. And they got rid of that. The artificial population was. Yeah. So it's not just one account connected to the portal. No. Like, I don't understand what's so hard for you to grasp. Like, if you're a one single person, you only need one account. Why do you need two or three? I don't even enough have time for my own one account. Like, It's simple as that. Like, don't make this more difficult. Like, you guys are keep finding like these examples. Like, oh, can I do this? Can I? No, you're just one person. You only have one ID, one password, and that's it. I don't get it. Like, why you guys are making this so confusing? Exactly. Like, Siradzilla, like you're only one person, right? Like, you don't have two different body but shared mind. Or you don't have like five different bodies and one shared brain, so every five person of yourself is like synchronized. That's not the case. Like we're all human beings. We're only one, right? And therefore, you only need one ID and one password, and that's it. Yeah, and that is not allowed. That's your desire. I don't know why. No, it's not that. Yeah. If someone breaks the network, we'll update the protocol that anyone can do. If someone really, oh, something just disappeared. There was some comment that I was reading in it. Hmm. So, I mean, regarding the banning, like, I'm not here to ban everybody. Like, there were some rumors or like people saying like we're banning everybody using VPN. No, you're not being banned by using VPN. Like, I'm banning people because there are very obvious traces or obvious vestiges, obvious reasons why I'm blocking you. Why would I block people with no reason? Like, for all the peoples that we are blocking from the portal, they always, I mean, I don't think I have ever doubt my bans. Like, and then if the person, kind of re like come back and say like I don't know why I'm banned, like we go over it, and then we're not banning people without reason. We're banning people because they should be banned. Yeah, and it is about the portal ban. It's not, you're not being banned from the game. You can still play the game, which is there. Uh, mm, I'm like, does this mean you're going to see protocol bans for hundreds of accounts? DSF. So none of them will disappear. What? Where are you getting this from? 90% of top 100 in Arena will disappear. Where are you getting this from? Is that why you left a price majority of NCG for months? Huh? I'm not understanding that. Portal ban or actual game ban? Well, it's WAPs. Like, this is a portal ban. Yeah. We never ban anybody from playing the game, right? And make people stay in their uh, mm, Jansen, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. We really need game bans. Yeah, game bans. Hmm. I mean, that's what we try to say. We try to explain. That's what we meant by we want to like, because you all know, like, I don't like getting headaches and difficult jargons and stuff like that. So um our message was pretty much saying that we would like to create a game where the game itself pretty much kind of prohibits um bots or like non-human macro beings able to kind of exploit from. That's what we kind of want. That's the final destination that we want to go for. We're not we're not trying to be police here. Like, I have better things to do. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Without game bans, the market would only get worse. All games have rules for a reason, so that everyone can get the same level and allow things like bots and such created inequality. Let players take it first. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the point here. Like, we're not trying to disadvantage normal players at all. Like, if you're a normal player, if you're just, doing your best, doing arena, like, you shouldn't be afraid of, like, you guys, like, we're trying to support you from getting disadvantaged by bot, like, literally. And by creating or by altering the game or changing different stuff in the game, we would like to, make a protocol where like banning people is not the way to go. I'm not even making sense. I know. Mm. I'm trying to say this as I go, but there sadly there are because people are buying Crystal from bots, so they got officially boosted up. Bots at game level don't get booted. I mean, exactly. I mean, we're not done clearing the bots out. Like we're trying. This is just the beginning. Like as some, I think it was Sarazilla that or yeah, Yarakin said like something about like we do not want this as like a one-time deal, but I mean that's exactly why we would like to show you guys different progress of how we're um efficiently managing the bot level rather. I mean, I'm not going to promise you that there will be zero bots. That's just by in and of itself just impossible. How can we not have bots? That's almost impossible. That's just impossible. So we are trying our best, and we're not gonna tell you guys the exact rule. Like if you do this, you're going to you're going to be banned. Like you can't do this. Like you guys know already. It is hard to win, but it's different from giving up already or at least give it a shot, right? So, like, literally, like, it's hard to win. We understand that, but at least we should try. Or are you suggesting that we should just stop here and let the bots overtake? No. Then, if you wanted that, like, you would never even bring this topic up, literally. So we're trying to get rid of all the bots. I mean, we know that is impossible. We're at least we're trying to minimize the amount of bots that is just flooding into our game, right? So yeah. Mhm, mhm. Devs aware that EY is using multiple accounts. Okay, then uh, do you have a proof? Like, see, these things are just kind of so what? And guys, this is not an elementary school. Like, Mrs. Somebody, like, somebody have two of these. Like, haha, that's very cute. So, I mean, we're talking about bigger scene. We're not talking about every single individual people. Like, eh. Come on, guys. If you do know what his multiple accounts are, let me know. Okay? Let's not be such a elementary school kids. Come on. You get my point. Like, we're trying our best, and it's not easy, as you guys all know, and we're not going to be able to make you guys all happy by, by end of this week. It can't. But we're trying, and you've already read his. messages. Like, give us at least some time to try, right? And maybe we'll see something better. I don't know. Like, we'll see. We've been saying this all the time, but like, we're trying. It's not like we're not trying. Come on. Like, you guys have already seen a lot of differences in the game since whenever it started, right? So, and Theo and Wops here is doing such a great job, telling me, I mean, not telling me what to do, but like, how we should make, what kind of changes would be great. Like, what kind of changes great? How could we improve the game and all that stuff? Like, let me be like really blatant about this. Like, you guys kind of like always talk about like, oh, there are too much bots, blah blah blah. We're open to your suggestions, and then whenever I say this, nobody turns in anything, and I'm like, you guys complain about bots, and I'm not hearing anything official from you guys. I don't know what to do. Like, if you think you have a really good way of getting rid of all the bots, it's there in CIP, guys. Right? Thank you. Yeah, we're trying. We're gonna create a better game for sure. Cause a lot of bots, me working a lot. So less bots, I can work less. So trust me. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, people complain about like, oh, this game sucks, blah blah blah. I'm like, then what's your idea of share us your idea how to make this game better? And then everybody goes quiet, silence. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, guys. I'm not gonna say another word on that. I gave you what I think. I think I made myself clear. We did get to some great points today. We did talk about awesome points. It was not easy, but I think but mainly don't leave huge NCG in their account because they know sometime it may get banned. So if you think to find a way to not allow trading after a certain time, it may solve the problem. Okay, it may solve the problem, but what I want to see from you is how do I do that? How? Like, that one sentence wouldn't change anything. But also, we see bots that was inactive for 6 months, but they active again. Then, how do we find them? How do we know those people are bots or not? Like, tell me more. Not on Discord, on Word, on document style, like PDF. You know? Are you Southern now? Yo. Well, that's one of my no. Actually, I did lived in the South for a bit, so I do have a little bit of Southern twang. And yep, it comes out when I'm too excited. Mm-mm-mm. Oh shoot, my screen just died. Oh, there we go. But you guys know we're trying. Yeah. Southern American. You cannot say Southern American. You have to say like southern part of the United States. Let's be politically correct. Eh, I mean, yeah. Anyways, guys, I we can totally talk about this like all night long, but it's already past 10 and I want to go home. We have spent our enough time on discussing this. Would you guys? Hey, I'm keep seeing somebody's keep typing. You guys are making me do overtime. I think somebody recorded this today's call. I'm not sure. Someone said somebody was going to do that. I do remember seeing that somewhere around the beginning. So, any prediction when we'll be able to use DCC avatars in Sandbox? Well, that's not what we decide. Um, just one second. Uh, yeah, today's topic was not really easy for me to talk, but mhm. Yeah, and thanks guys like yeah, JC usually stay very quiet, but today he was pretty active and literally that's a live example how much he cares about this community and how much he cares about this conversation that we're having between the users and the planetarium team. So please do take a note of that. And we do care about the bots. Like we do love our game and our creation, and therefore we are doing our best, literally. So anyway, okay, this is the one last thing that I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna head out. Major concern for me is the game is it rather are relying on users' conscience to act in what developers are relying on users' conscience instead of their rules of their actions are possible. Is this works only whenever players are doing as a person but playing on the blockchain. Everyone has said it quantity is masked. I have doubts on relying on users' conscious work out over time. Somebody will take them with all those people and just one person. Oh, I feel like I'm reading a book. What's the title? By that professor from Harvard. What was the name of the book? Justice? Was it? Something like that. Jansen, you can write an NCIP on this. Literally. Like, telling me this on Discord wouldn't do anything. You know that. All right, guys. Anyways, I think we're gonna cut about here today. I mean, yeah, I do agree. Like, people do take advantage of other people and all that, blah blah blah. But that conversation can be saved for some other time. I really want. Anyway, so any last word before I go? I think we have pretty much covered all the topics that we wanted to today, which was four. If you have missed out, don't worry. There will be announcements tomorrow and so on. If you have missed on Halloween stuff, go to Twitter. It's up there. You know what to do. You've done this before. It's the same thing, but more fun this time. Anyway, so we're gonna call it a day here. Thank you for joining the chat today. It's always really lovely to have chat with you guys, and since it's been a while that we have done this, it was refreshing for me. And I hope you guys all have a good day and bye. All right. Have a great day, guys. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bi-weekly call. All right. Awesome, friends. Love ya. Have a great day. Bye.